My name is Afton Mueller, and my Cyberchat is on MyDoom, the fastest spreading email distributed worm ever. So as a little bit of an overview, MyDoom was an email distributed worm, meaning it was sent through email attachments and was able to self-replicate, and it achieved distributed denial of service attacks through zombie botnet attacks, in which a whole bunch of computers were infected and sent a whole lot of requests to companies effectively taking down their service capabilities. It began on January 26, 2004, and there were two versions, version A targeting SEO and version B targeting Microsoft. And this was a very effective and very, very expensive worm attack. So MyDoom started through a payload, which was sent through email attachments to only Microsoft users. When the user opened the email attachment, the malicious payload was activated. And once activated, the payload was able to access contacts on the user's computer, enabling it to send itself to every contact and thus self-replicate. Through this self-replication ability, MyDoom was able to spread exponentially at exponential speeds as more and more contacts were messaged through these compromised computers. And MyDoom also contained a malicious payload, or included a backdoor in its malicious payload so that cyber criminals were able to have unlimited, unauthorized access to any computer infected by the worm. And finally, these backdoors, as well as some timers set in the malicious payload, were able to coordinate a zombie botnet attack, which was a planned and timed attack on all these infected computers, causing them all to overwhelm target systems at once. And as a little note over here, part of the malicious payload also blocked antivirus websites, which prevented users from using these softwares to get the worm off of their computer. And this is an example of what would pop up when a user would click on the attachment on their email thinking that they were, opening something totally innocent, and this would pop up. Probably not what they were expecting. Now, the two major MyDoom attacks were SEO and Microsoft. The SEO attack occurred on Super Bowl Sunday, 2004, February 1st, on a day where SEO was really not expecting a lot of traffic. It was mainly an attack from MyDoom A, and 1 million zombie computers really just overwhelmed the SEO system with homepage requests, causing SEO to have to shut down their web address after just 1 hour. And although SEO was aware of this attack 1 week prior, they were really unable to anticipate the scale and severity of this attack. However, the attack did actually self-abort on February 12, 2004, so it only attacked for a little under 2 weeks. And the Microsoft attack was by MyDoom B, which was just an update of MyDoom A, including the blocked antivirus elements. However, this attack was really not as effective as MyDoom A because of programming errors in MyDoom B, which actually limited the amount of computers that could simultaneously attack Microsoft. This enabled Microsoft to maintain their availability throughout the attack, and they really only saw about a 10 to 20% decrease in performance speeds. And this attack of MyDoom B also self-terminated on March 1st, 2004, so it really wasn't up for that long. And here's a little bit of a timeline of MyDoom B. So the launch was initiated on January 26th, on which day Google went down because of how many emails were actually sent. And an investigation by the FBI began into MyDoom on January 27th. By January 28th, MyDoom B had emerged, and by January 29th, so just 3 days after the initial attack, 4 million emails were infected worldwide. 20% of the emails worldwide included the MyDoom worm. 400,000 computers were infected, and the bounty initially set by the FBI was actually up to $500,000 because people started to realize that this was a really big deal. The attack on SEO occurred on February 1st, and 8 days later, the attack on Microsoft occurred. And then just a little bit after that, both of these terminations that I just talked about actually occurred. So MyDoom really took itself down. It had that written into the code. And then as of 2019, so 15 years after the initial attacks, 1% of email traffic is actually or was actually still affected by MyDoom. So even though it terminated, it didn't go away for good. MyDoom caused $38 billion in damage. It infected 500 million machines, and in 2004, it was responsible for about 20% of email traffic, which is absolutely insane. It was never confirmed who was behind MyDoom, where they were from, or why they wrote it and why they targeted the companies they targeted, but it is suspected actually that MyDoom A and MyDoom B were written by a single person just because of the errors found in MyDoom B. and suspected locations of attackers, and these are all alleged and cannot be confirmed, but are, suspected to be the United States, Great Britain, or Russia. MyDoom was super nefarious and super proliferative, and it really took advantage of people's curiosity when faced with an unknown attachment in an unknown email. And so, some ways to protect ourselves in the future against something like this is making sure that our systems are updated. If we think we have an infected file in our system, we should go ahead and delete it. And in the case of MyDoom, once the file was deleted, you can actually access the antivirus resources again. So go ahead and run antivirus resources and, cleanse your computers and get all the nastiness off of it. Also, super important to use online caution and never open unknown attachments. And this goes for email too. And pay attention to significant changes in stuff like internet speeds, download time, and bandwidth usages, because these could all be signs that your computer is infected and you maybe don't know about it. So that is all I have for MyDoom. It's a really interesting worm that just shows how important it is to not open attachments, because enough people opening a seemingly, innocent attachment from an email caused $38 billion in damage, which is absolutely insane. So let MyDoom serve as a reminder. Don't open it if you don't think it's safe. And thank you. And here am I, we're excited.